Am I the asshole for leaving a girl on our first date after she started talking about her ex and then tried to guilt trip me into staying? Okay, so I, 27 male, met this girl, Sarah, 25 female, on a dating app. She was super cute. We had some great conversations leading up to the date, and I was genuinely looking forward to meeting her. We went to this cozy little cafe, and at first everything was going fine. She was charming, we were laughing, having a good time. But then it happened. About 15 minutes in, she casually mentions how her ex used to bring her here all the time, and I brush it off. No big deal. Then she mentions her ex again, but this time it's more like, he was so thoughtful, always knew what I liked. Okay, whatever, I thought. Maybe she's just reminiscing. But then it just kept going. Every single topic we touched on somehow circled back to him. At this point, it's been almost 45 minutes, and I'm barely contributing to the conversation. She's literally telling me stories about their vacations, about how he was the only guy who truly understood her, and how she was still so heartbroken over him. I'm just sitting there awkwardly sipping my drink, trying to be polite, but I can feel my patience wearing thin. Then, this is where it gets wild. She pulls out her phone and starts showing me their pictures from a trip they took to Paris. She says, "This is the last trip we took before we broke up. We were supposed to get engaged." As she's scrolling through the pics, she's literally sobbing, like full-on tears, in front of me. I was in shock. I tried to make light of it, like, maybe we should change the topic. But she goes, "I just don't know how to move on. I've tried dating again, but it feels like I'm betraying him every time I go out with someone new." That's when I knew I had to get out. So I told her, "I'm really sorry, but this is just too much for me. I don't think I can continue this date." She looked at me almost accusingly and goes, "So you're just gonna leave me like this? After all that I've been through? Don't you care about me at all?" It was like she was flipping a switch. 1 second crying, the next pulling the guilt card. I stood up and said, "I don't think this is fair to either of us," and walked out. She sent me a text like 10 minutes later saying I was emotionally unavailable and didn't have the decency to comfort her. I honestly feel bad because I get that breakups are hard, but I feel like she came into the date so unready to move on, and I'm not a therapist. Was I the asshole for leaving? Should I have stayed and tried to comfort her